guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's a girl Muyibat, and today I am going to be talking on beauty. So the title of today's talk is what is beauty? What is beauty to you? Who is a beautiful man? And is there anything like an ugly woman? Who is an ugly woman if there is? Who is an ugly woman and who is a beautiful woman? What is beauty itself? So some of my friends actually make some kind of complaint about the body. Some will be like, I think I'm getting too fat, and she will begin to start exercising. Some will be like, I think I'm too lean, I think I'm too short, I think I'm too tall, I think my eyes would have been better if it were like this, I think the shape of my nose, I think this, I think that. So they are usually unsatisfied with the way they look. They are unsatisfied with their look. They actually always set out to make some kind of correction if they have the opportunity, and that is why the idea of plastic surgery or cosmetic surgery is rising by the day. Like, people are going for it once they can, and lots more. So I discovered one thing. People tend to start saying that they are imperfect in their look when they start receiving some kind of compliments about it. So someone who is lean, whom you may describe to be a lean, might not actually see this, that she's tiny, like you may call it, until you start making that kind of compliments, like you are getting leaner, I think you are thinner than how you used to be, like, why are you not adding up? Why do you ever consider adding up? Wow, you would have been very, very beautiful if you had more flesh. And some who are actually fat will begin to notice that maybe I'm really too fat, and will want to make some kind of correction. When you start making compliments about their fatness, like when you start saying, why don't you exercise, you are getting too fat, or why don't you do this, why don't you take this in order to lean, like you're getting too fat, how about this exercise? When you start making compliments, usually negative compliments about their body. I know a friend who felt really bad the day her boyfriend told her that she needed to start doing exercise because she was getting fat. You get? And this particular lady was actually that way when the guy saw her and decided to talk to her, when they started a relationship. So my question is, why will you go for a lady you are not satisfied with physically, and later you're going to make her start feeling incomplete and making her feel that she needed to change some things in order to fit in? And when that thing starts coming up, I think it reduces one's confidence. It kind of diminishes your self-esteem, because actually when you go out, you feel like there's something that you need to do about yourself. You are not good enough. There are things that needed to be corrected, and all of those things will not give you that confidence you need as a lady. So what is beauty? Who is a beautiful woman? So like I said before, this starts from compliments, sometimes with the idea that your partner might not be cool with how you look, and you want to make a difference, because of course you want to entice him with your look. And when he starts making complaints that you are not okay enough for him, then you want to start making changes to how you really are. So I think that is what usually bring about this thing, that you start to feel like, oh, maybe I'm not complete, maybe I needed to change some things about myself, I need to be more beautiful, I am not beautiful, and lots more. Why are you so worried about your look? What exactly is beauty? So I'm going to be reading a particular poem. So it's going to be a spoken word poetry on beauty. The title of this poem is What is Beauty? My bedtime is a trinity and a mother. I came in 21st century, 8 times younger. My look defined the sun, I spoke the moon further. I became the media screen cause I was slender. Then my lover said I was a tiny man, that my feminine gifts aren't big enough. Then I asked to be born again. So the man said the feminine gifts aren't big enough because she was slender, so now she needed to be born again. I was born in the sun's name, my second coming. I asked for more flesh, so I will be appealing. The media pulled me out that I was too fat to be contesting. I almost cried, but I smiled, because it is to my lover's liking. He saw me again and said my feminine gifts were lost in flesh. I died and prayed to be remade in a flash. The air of life was breathed into me. I came in the time of the Holy Ghost, full of hope. My apple was round, he carefully made my corpse. My legs were tall, my abdomen flat, and my face fine. He looked at me with a smile, then he sighed. With pain, he said, I was too huge and my features too pronounced. My world was shaking. I was made from the mother's clay. Each figure was elaborated, flawless and shiny, and my neck was long like a goddess of the century. The mirror was jealous because it had never seen such beauty. My lover was out of breath, but suddenly the fire quenched. You would have been so perfect, but you had the neck of an ostrich. I had died and lived for decades, enduring pains of transformations, hoping I will be as perfect as the I once. Each time was a torture from every rejections. Then I observed closely to see what the problem was. I can't be all the one, but could be all I want. The world could change its view and my body would perfectly suit. Beauty is defined differently by each person. The one to see it would have come, but I have died again. It may interest you to know that there is no woman who is not beautiful. It just depends on who is saying it. What perspective are you seeing her beauty from? Sometimes the beauty that is appreciated here might not be the beauty that is appreciated when you go down there. So according to my poem, this particular girl used to be slender. She was the media's queen, and you know how it works. Like the media needs someone who is, slender and tall. You get what I'm saying? So she was all of that, but she was not the person the man wanted. The man wanted somebody different. And while she was fat, the media doesn't want to use her because she was not the beauty that they want. Beauty is defined differently by a different person. So there's no woman who is not beautiful. It depends on what your definition of beauty is. And I actually read somewhere that there's a part in Africa whereby when their child is about getting married, they actually put the child in a particular room and started feeding her in order for the child to adult before marriage, because they consider that a woman's beauty is in how fat she is. While some believe that it's as tiny as you are, that is how beautiful you will be. So I think all of these things. So as a woman, you might start seeing yourself to be not up to what you would have hoped you would be when you start hearing this kind of negative comments. Let's assume everybody that you've come across in life always compliments your nose to be beautiful, to have the curve that they actually love. You won't think there's any need for you to make any changes to it, because of course you see it to be one of your assets. You love the look of your nose. But when people start making compliments about the size of your nose, how it doesn't complement your face, how it would have been perfect if it were slender, if it were longer, and all that, then you start to see that, oh, maybe this is not how it should be, hoping that you can make some kind of corrections to it. But in reality, there's nothing like an ugly woman. You are perfect just the way you are, and all of those things are just from people's perspective. You are using people's perspective, what they say, to judge how you truly are. So I think every woman's beauty lies in her heart. Your beauty lies in your heart. But I once said this and somebody was like, well, nobody's walking around with an x-ray. Of course we know nobody's walking around with an x-ray, but you don't want to have what we call weary in your house. You don't want to have somebody who is literally mad in your house, like as a girlfriend or as a wife. So of course the beauty of every woman lies in her heart. And if we are still talking about physical appearance, the beauty of today might not be the beauty of tomorrow. Like, things are changing. Now it's something different. Tomorrow people are going to appreciate a different look to be what beauty is. So maybe you should have waited. Like on my poem, maybe the girl's body would have perfectly suited, because it was always changing. Maybe she shouldn't have changed for the man when he felt like she was too slender. Maybe she should just have been herself, and the person who was going to appreciate her beauty, who she truly was going to come. But of course she couldn't wait. So because she was tired of, the compliments being negative, she was tired of, always trying to, fit in, and she wanted the correction. But of course, even when she got that correction that she thinks she need, people still make negative comments. She was still not accepted. So I am saying that, like they say, beauty is in the eyes of the beholder. So it is what you think of beauty to be that beauty is to you. And you as a woman, you don't have to change a thing about yourself. You are perfect just the way you are. And I think sometimes the kind of pain people go through because they want a kind of transformation, they want a different look for themselves, they want an additional, thing to complement their body, then it just doesn't worth it. Like, the pain doesn't worth it. Sometimes some people who go for all these plastic surgeries, things actually may go wrong and you end up regretting everything. So why not just embrace who you truly are? Why not just embrace it? I think beauty also lies in how you carry yourself, your confidence. There are some people who you may consider not to be beautiful, but because of the way they present themselves, the way they carry themselves, the way they speak, the way they go out, they actually interact with people, may actually convince you that they are the most beautiful women in the world. So it's about how you take yourself, how you define your look to be, how beautiful you feel you are. So, and you don't have to listen to other people's negative comments about yourself. This is your body, not theirs. And so I am saying there is nothing like an ugly woman. Every woman out there is beautiful. And in order for you to not try to think that maybe there's no for you to make any correction, you have to stop listening to negative comments about your own body. It's your body and you should embrace it. Yes. So I've seen, I think at a time like that, I came across a video. I think it was supposed to be someone they called to be the ugliest woman in the world. I was like, seriously? And in her talk, she was like, it was because people actually think she was ugly that has given her much fame and all. You get what I'm saying? Like, even though because they felt this is a situation, they made a thing out of her look. They think she was ugly. She was able to strive and she was able to make something good out of whatever look they felt she had. So I am simply saying, what is most important is who you truly are. Who are you? It is not just about your look. I think there is more to a woman than just her physical appearance. There are more to you. How much are you showing to the world? How much difference are you making? Who is a woman, by the way? A woman is that strong being, that compassionate being, that being who is capable of doing the impossible. So you have lots of things to show to the world, you have lots of talent to showcase, and it shouldn't just start and end with your physical appearance. There are more to you and you're beautiful just the way you are. So thank you so much for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much.